Some of you guys have no clue who the fuck I am and why I'm qualified to talk about any of the shit that I talk about. And I talk about trauma a lot, to be honest with you, because I had a traumatic ass childhood. And I want to share with you a story from my past that this is one of the few memories that I have of my childhood. And unfortunately, for people who have had traumatic childhoods, the majority of the stuff that they remember is not good shit. It's all the bad shit. All the shit that left a footprint in our fucking mind that really impacted us as kids. So it was my brother's 5th birthday, my youngest brother's 5th birthday. And technically we weren't supposed to be going to see my mom. My dad was just being nice because it's my brother's birthday. The only way we were supposed to be visiting my mom was if we met at the public library, and my dad wasn't allowed to be within a certain distance of my mom. So my grandfather had to be at the library to make sure and supervise, make sure they didn't get into it, make sure my dad kept his distance, and make sure my mom wasn't doing dumb shit with us. Because she had been I think she was put on house arrest for drug use. She was abusing pills, alcohol, drugs, the whole fucking nine. So my dad was really risking it, just allowing us to go visit my mom. And I know he did it out of the kindness of his heart, just so that my brother could enjoy his birthday. That was one of his wishes, was to go see my mom. So my brother's on the bed. He's opening up his presents. My mom's taking video. She's all excited for him to open up his presents. He's all excited. I'm like, what we got to play with? I'm all happy for him too. And out of nowhere, we hear this loud ass fucking boom. And my mom she's like, shh, stay in the room, stay in the room. She has us stay in the room. She goes out into the kitchen, and we just hear all this fucking banging around in the kitchen. And me being the older one, I tell my brother to stay there, and I heard my mom crying, so I wanted to go see what was good. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I get up off the bed. I come out of the bed. I walk towards the kitchen, and I literally watch. It was a SWAT team that had raided the house. So I see one of the SWAT guys swipe my mom's legs, and before he swept her legs, they were smashing her face into the refrigerator, just saying where are they, where the fuck are they, just beating the shit out of my mom. And the SWAT dude swipes her legs, gets her to the floor, and is smashing her face into the floor. They gave her a bloody nose, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on, bro? My heart just sank to my stomach from remembering that. And they're saying the same shit as they're smashing my mom's face into the floor. They're like, where the fuck are they, you dirty fucking cunt? They're calling her all these crazy ass names. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? And eventually they look up and they see me, and they calm it down a little bit. But they cuff my mom up, they pick her up, they prop her up with a refrigerator, and they just start fucking ransacking the house. And as a kid, I could tell it was kind of fucking weird, because they ransacked the kitchen and then went directly to the basement, as if they knew where to find whatever they were coming here to find. So they go to the basement, they move the fucking panels over in the basement ceiling, and they found drugs. So they come up with the drugs, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought mom said she was clean. She said she was done doing dumb shit. She basically promised that to us as kids. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? So what we didn't know is that the 2 dudes that mom was living with were drug dealers. So my mom was living in a house with these drug dealers, said she swears she didn't know. She fucking knew, bro. We weren't dumb. I wasn't dumb, at least as a kid. And I'm like, damn, bro, I thought she was done. And that ended up putting her in jail. And like I said, remember in the beginning of the video, I told you we were not supposed to be there. My dad was not supposed to let us have visitation rights with her. So we, like, the SWAT team's there, and the fucking police gets there, the fire department gets there, and a social worker ends up coming. So, like, the police officers, like, pull us outside, and they're trying to, like, make contact with my dad, and it was late as fuck. So I think my dad was sleeping, and, you know, the social worker's, like, waiting around with us, asking us questions. She had our case file with her, and, like, eventually they got a hold of my dad. My dad comes, and they're talking to my dad. They, like, pulled my dad aside, and, like, I could overhear the conversation a little bit. And the lady basically gave my dad a warning. She said, if something like this happens again where you let them see her and they're not supposed to, I'm gonna have to take them from you, because they can't go with her. So, like, that night, she was technically supposed to take us and put us in the foster care system. And out of the kindness of her heart, she just kind of let it go, because she knew, bro. She knew why my dad did it, because my brother's birthday. So that whole experience was fucking crazy. And the reason I shared that with you guys is because I just want you guys to get to know me. I want you to know why I even feel qualified to talk about mindset stuff, to talk about hardship through life, to talk about what you think is what you end up creating in your reality. Because all these things that I went through in my childhood, they caused me to be a certain way, and they caused me to think a certain way, behave a certain way, have certain be a certain way in relationships. And I've learned from all of it. I've, like, reflected on all of it and learned a metric fuck ton. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm just blabbering some bullshit from a book. Like, I've learned a lot from the life that I've lived, and I want to spread the wealth of knowledge that I have. I want you guys to also be able to be inspired by me. Like, I'm living a good life now. I'm, like, happy with my life. I'm, like, proud of the man that I'm creating. Proud of the man that I've already molded. I'm going further, but I'm proud of who I fucking created. And I just want to continue to be here for you guys. And I just want you guys to know that I'm qualified to tell you the shit that I'm telling you. I've been through some shit. If you know somebody who can relate to anything that I just talked about, like, even if it's just, you know, drug addiction running in the family, like, share the video with them. Let them get to know me. Let them learn from me. Like, I'm going to say it almost at the end of every single video. I have a community. I have a community of people that, as I learn, I share things with them, because I feel that's our duty as human beings. As we learn something, we share it with our people. We don't hold it hostage and keep it to ourselves. That's selfish as fuck. We take it, we learn it, we share. And I told you guys in my last video that as I learn new things, like, from going into my past, I'm going to share them with you. I'm not going to hold them to myself. So if you got value from this, share it with somebody. If you got value from it, subscribe to the channel and keep coming back to learn more. I'm not going to stop putting videos out.